First, though, we begin with the growing Me Too movement. Hundreds marching down Hollywood Boulevard on Sunday, sending a message days after 5 women came forward with sexual misconduct allegations against comedian Louis C.K. ABC's Lindsay Davis spoke exclusively with one accuser, Corry, about the allegations that many say, and we've heard this before, Lindsay, were an open secret.
You're exactly right, and good morning to you, Amy. Yeah, Corry says that incidents of sexual misconduct with Louis C.K. were common knowledge, that people joked about it and made light of it, but then it happened to her, and she says it made her angry.
A Louis C.K. accuser is speaking out this morning about what she calls the open secret about the comedian.
It was just actually sort of common knowledge in the comedy world. People made jokes about it all the time.
Then she says it happened to her. Actress and comedian Corry, seen here in Two Broke Girls,
Charlene's in the house!
says in 2005, Louis C.K. approached her when she was working on a TV pilot.
I was walking to set to shoot my scene, and he approached me and got really close to my face and said, "Can I ask you something?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Can I masturbate in front of you in your dressing room?"
She says when the show's executive producers, Courtney Cox and David Arquette, found out, they were disturbed and supportive and even discussed curtailing production. But Corry says that's not what she wanted.
I wanted to sort of pretend like it never happened. I mean, I wanted to do my job. Those opportunities are few and far between. I most certainly didn't want to be the person that was responsible for shutting down a production or even being part of the narrative.
She says her one regret?
If I could do anything differently, it would be that day I would have shut down production, I would have confronted it, and I would have dealt with it then, because I have learned that doing nothing, saying nothing, that is not helpful.
Corry is just one of several women who came forward in a bombshell report by the New York Times saying Louis either tried or did expose and touch himself in front of them.
Now, we're so afraid of women.
Many in the stand-up comedy scene said the rumors of his behavior were an open secret for the past decade, some even making jokes about it on stage. The popular comedian, who has since been dropped by FX, HBO, and Netflix, was quick to issue an apology, saying in a statement, "At the time, I said to myself that what I did was okay. But what I learned later in life, too late, is that the power I had over these women is that they admired me, and I wielded that power irresponsibly." Corry says 2 years ago, Louis C.K. called her directly to apologize. As for how this so-called open secret was allowed to persist for so long,
and you're that powerful and you're generating that kind of money, and you can literally knight someone's life by giving them a show, you know, that's what's going to happen.
And also with regard to how it stayed an open secret for so long, Corry went on to say that the comedy world is a very different world, and she says there's a lot of allegiance and a lot of fear, and that it's not a comfortable place to speak out, but that's what she would like to see change. She says that she hopes the behavior will stop and people will stop, quote, laughing and joking and high-fiving about it.
It's so interesting because I heard Rebecca say that she didn't want to be the person responsible for shutting down the production, instead of knowing that it was his actions that would have shut down the production.
And now she says that her message would be to say something.
Well, she certainly is now.
And did she say much more about when he called a couple of years ago, what she said to him, what his manner was like?
Yeah, she said at the time that he said, "Oh, I'm sorry that I forced you into a closet." And she said, "Well, that's not even what happened." So then she was thinking, he must do this with a lot of different people because this isn't even the incident that happened.
Wow.
But then she said she really wanted to just get over it and smooth things over.
Yeah, well, she's certainly speaking up now, and a lot of women and a lot of men are listening. Thank you, Lindsay.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.